One of the things that we do is if there is anyone out there who does have an awesome game and a community behind that game, and they would like to have that game funded and built up a little bit, that's something that we're definitely interested in doing. So I encourage them to reach out to us because we're constantly looking for new games to bring to the platform. So that's one thing. The second thing, though, is to always be willing to innovate, but pay attention to what else is happening in the market that works. So innovate, but don't go too crazy with things, because if you go like way out into a direction that nobody knows what to do with, it's often hard to onboard users. And so people need to feel at home within your games in order to spend a large amount of time in it and to share it with their friends, because you don't share weird stuff with your friends usually, right? You share it on.
Right?
Yeah. I would say, like Jason been say that we don't want to overcomplicate the games, because if the game is too hard, I think the learning curve is too hard for everyone. More about like community feedbacks. I think we can learn from a lot of projects right now, especially Infinity, XC Infinity, My DeFi Pets, and like YGG. YGG build a very good community right now. There are a lot of content creators. They build different kind of tutorial. I think this will help like for those who wanted to starting their projects. Because right now, all the games right now, I think the next phases will be more competitive. We need competitive games inside. Yeah, without the competitive, I think we can't play like keep going on. Like right now, all the game is a bit what you say that like Farmville, this kind of easy game. But I think soon, maybe 6 months later, we'll see something like mobile. Personally, I'm a mobile fan. Yeah, I like Philippine Dota 2, like TNC, this kind of game. So I think competitive will trigger a lot of community, and then they will feel more involvement inside that. Yeah, this is what I can share. Yeah.
I just flashed a MOBA on screen there. I saw Diane lean in. This is the Spider Tank project, which is a MOBA brawler that's coming to Gala Games. Will be hitting our platform as a play-to-earn game, probably Q4 of this year. And it is so much fun. We had in fact, a large number of our Philippines community played the game. And it's absolutely a riot, and I think that people are going to love it. And it's got full play-to-earn ecosystem built in, the ability to have tanks and to, let other people use those tanks. It's very cool.
Jason, I think we should do a promotion for our community then.
We should, absolutely. We would love to. I think you and I we've spoken recently. I think we need to talk again soon. There's more coming up here.
Nice.
One thing I would like to add on, like I think right now all the game right now they didn't show the leaderboards. They didn't emphasize leaderboard very well. I think leaderboard is very important element for the games. Yeah. Maybe because we want to get competitive, we want to get ranking. So I think the leaderboard very important in the game aspect. For myself, yeah.
I would agree with that most of the time, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Before we open the questions to the audience, I actually have I'm curious about something that I guess made an impact in terms of how play to earn was adopted by a lot of users here in the Philippines, most especially. So I was wondering if you guys think that the pandemic has made an impact in terms of user adoption, in terms of play to earn, and if yes, what do you think would be the outcome after the pandemic actually eases in?
Okay, let me take this first. So I've been playing blockchain games since 2018. And so including the adoption of play to earn and blockchain games. And a big part of that because a lot of people were stuck at home with no jobs basically and looking for ways to make money online. And they realized that this skill that their moms used to yell at them for gaming, now they're using this very same skill to earn them money. So this is really amazing. And yeah, parang bumaliktad ang mundo. Dati sinisigawan ka ng nanay mo na parang tama na yung paglalaro mo. Ayun, sisigawan ka ng nanay mo, o tapusin mo na yung daily quest mo, ba't di ka pa naglalaro? Diba? So yeah, and I think like the world has permanently changed. I don't think that the world will go back to the way it was 2 years ago. Blockchain games and play to earn are here to stay. And I think there will just be more and more jobs in the metaverse that will be available for our players.
Can I take a stab at that really quick too? I think that one of the things that's a tiny bit of context here. I entered the blockchain space originally in 2014 with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Global Development Network reward for a paper that I wrote on using blockchain technology to fix some of the problems that are endemic to foreign aid. Which basically means that I'm approaching a lot of what we do from a deeply economics driven perspective. And I think that what COVID did is it revealed some of the fundamental underlying weaknesses in our global economic structures, and specifically in the way that we think of what employment means. Because people lost their jobs. People don't have to go to the office anymore. Because everybody's doing work from home. You know, I mean, after you spend a year working from home, are you really ever going to want to go back to sit in a cubicle again, ever? And as manufacturing changes and more people lose their jobs because it's more efficient to have, you know, robots do the work, we're in this interesting situation where people need something to do. People need some means of economic support, and the ecosystem, the global ecosystem as a whole, outside of the blockchain space, does not provide for that. But with blockchain economic support, and we have this amazing ability to fix some of these issues, create and innovate and solve for problems that nobody else is able to fix right now. And so for me, I look at blockchain gaming as a massive success in terms of giving people the ability to turn time into money in a thriving, growing ecosystem online, to provide a fundamental safety net and to basically do what no country or organization worldwide has ever been able to do, and that is to get, you know, money into the hands of the people that need it the most.
Thanks, Jason. John, feel free to chime in if you have any insights. Or Kishi.
I would like to share something interesting. Recently, I've been told people at Philippines already starting to like accepting game token as for their real business for adoption. I think this is really big because I would think like if we can earn from the game, we can spend in real life. This is really big. This is really big. I think this is all the. It's a dream for the gamer. It's a dream for the gamer because for last couple of years, a lot of besides esport player, I think a lot of gamers they can't really have some real income. They struggle this kind of real for real life income. Yeah, I think this will help a lot of gamer. Right, they can spend in their real life. This is a very good thing to see. And one more thing that. Besides this kind of what we call that game ecosystem, we like our team Bunny Park, we want to connect with content creator without playing games. Yeah, you can talk about games, everything you can play to earn. I think maybe in some time you can learn to earn. You can learn to earn. Besides after play to earn, you can learn to earn. This kind of thing, or watch to learn. This kind of thing will become because people will feel like play to earn is overhyped right now. So it's a very good future for right now. I don't know. Yeah.
Thanks, Keshi.
I love that.
Actually, yeah. I just remembered something interesting because this is actually what Gabby said earlier reminded me of a joke relevant to most Asian households. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this one, but in the past, when you would complain about your head hurting or any other complaints to your parents, your moms, she would typically respond with, "Oh, that's because you're on the computer all the time." But with the advent of play to earn, I've noticed that most parents would even encourage you to be on your computer all day, just to earn from play to earn. Okay, so anyway, our next segment is actually opening the panel, opening the audience to more questions for the panel. So if you have any interesting questions for our panel, please raise them in the chat, and please address the panelists that you want to answer your questions.
All right. So our community members, if you have any questions that you want to ask our panelists, please post them in our comment section, and we will show it on our screen. Any questions?
While you do that, I'm going to show you a little clip from Miranda's.
Oh.
Haha, that's all you get.
By the way, I know you guys mentioned Philippines a few times, like it's an important market, a big market for your games. What can your Filipino users look forward to? Like, is there something you can tease them with?
Oh my goodness! So for me, I mean, I know I showed this this a minute ago. Okay, the MOBA. If you look at YouTube and you look for the Spider Tank project, you're going to see a lot of people doing a playtest on this. A couple of weeks ago, we had probably over the course of 2 days, we had probably close to 3,000 or 4,000 users in this game. And it is a fully play to earn built out ecosystem where people can essentially have tanks, let other people use them. They can combat, fight over resources. People will get rewarded for the way that they play. And it's going to be a very, very, very cool thing. And if you are playing in the Philippines and you're looking for, I hate to use this term, but the scholarship model, because I feel that that's sort of a not that there's anything wrong with the concept. I just feel that there's probably a better word for it, but I don't know what it is. This is something that would enable that very well. So you'll essentially be able to let people use your tanks without the sort of friction and risk that you run into with current sort of ad hoc programs. So splits will be automatic. People will, matching will be automatic. It's going to be very, very, very cool.
You have my attention.